Hello, fellow classmates. I'd like to welcome you to my column, or my column cam, on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Riverside. It's about 76 degrees, and I thought it'd be just a great day to sit out and enjoy nature. So here I am. The topic I will be discussing today is the effects that technology, and most specifically social media, have on self-image. My column is called Envision You, and I hope you like it. Here it goes. I want to be her. She has the perfect life. Oh, and my favorite, #goals. Every decade has brought about new trends and ways of life. As the years go by, fashion changes, languages evolve, and social functionings become more and more advanced. Today, technology plays a huge role in all aspects of life. Now, depending on how you look at it, technology could be either a blessing or a burden. They tell us that these technological advancements are to bring beneficial factors into our suburban society. And they tell us that it makes up for a more facilitated lifestyle. But of course, the majority of the U.S. population does live in incorporated places or cities. The suburbs, more specifically, according to the United States Census. However, this way of life is a bittersweet concept. Yes, technology is great, don't get me wrong. However, and it is amazing, actually, that one can have a conversation face-to-face with someone who's halfway across the world, something that thought to be impossible nearly 20 years ago. But nevertheless, the overall concept has long-term effects, and they can be detrimental, especially with regards to social media. We have created an account and logged on to the demise of our self-love. The mass media conveys an ideology to its followers that traps nothing but one message in their heads. And that one message is, if you do not live a certain lifestyle and look a certain way, then you're not happy. But we follow and watch our closest friends, and sometimes even the biggest of names, such as Gigi Hadid and Beyonce and the unforgettable Kardashian crew, and we watch them post their pictures of their ideal bodies and luxurious lifestyles, homes, clothing, etc. This causes people to essentially loathe their self-image and desire things that perhaps they would have been happy without before, but now they would die to have. The need to conform and be accepted in society appears to be requisite. As a result, recent studies have displayed that more and more people today are stressed and suffer from severe depression due to the fact that they do not reach the requirements that the ideologies of social media call for. A recent study done by the Pew Research Center displayed that different levels of stress come from maintaining a large number of Facebook friends, feeling jealous of their well-documented and well-appointed lives, having to keep up with status updates on Twitter, and the fear of missing out on activities in the lives of friends and families. But is this a real way of living? I ask. I mean, I don't really think so myself. The big piece of that is that people fail to acknowledge the fact that a lot of the time, that perfect lifestyle that you think that Joanna and Brittany live isn't always what it appears to be. In Lexi Herrick's article, 11 Things We Fake in Our Social Media Lives, from the Huffington Post, she states that we are all professionals at making reality look like an elaborate photo story of sheer perfection that composes our lives. But it isn't real. She later goes on to say that social media is powerless if we neglect the inclination to compare and criticize our lives through these falsified images. Because at the end of the day, mankind is flawed. And personally, I think that that's what makes us so great. And she also adds that that's the way it's supposed to be. At this point, we need to come to a consensus and decide if we are really going to let social media govern our lives in such a manner. Are we really going to allow another negative force upon modern man's pyramid of stress? We already stress about schools, about getting into schools, work, being the best, getting that raise. Are we going to let social media be another one of those factors? I don't think it's worth it. Yes, it is no secret that technology has consumed the humans that roam the planet Earth. We have been morphed into its very own robots. We created it so that we can manipulate it in whichever manner we desire. But in turn, ironically enough, we have become its puppets, technology's puppets. We are being manipulated by it. And man has signed on to mass media and allowed it to consume our lives. Now, how can we resolve this issue? Well, I feel there's only truly two solutions to this problem. One can truly rid themselves from this issue from either A, following the words of Herrick, as stated earlier, and finding your happy medium with social media. The line where you can still utilize it, but be aware of its reality and don't let it get to you. Or B, being a true trooper and just completely getting rid of it. I mean, when you really think of it, why would you tangle yourself in someone else's web of lies anyways? Something to ponder upon for the next days or so. Thank you for joining me on this section of Column Cam, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye!